Ain't no party like a Rocco party, come on, stay a little while. We gon' paint this party with the colors of love and then dance. Experience paint out of body. Late night with Rocco, you gotta turn it up loud. This ain't the rock with the crowd, with the rock with the gals and the guests. How's your back? Only difference is you don't have to guess. All I want you to do is tune in. Now your feet up, you ready for your human to get beat up? The Rocco, the hot, the Rocco, spot the spot, personality grow. Yeah, here we go, we all the way. Yeah, shut up. He said he gonna call my name, so when you ready, let's.
Welcome, everybody to Hollywood Late Night. And what do you know?
What do you know?
I don't know, but we're here for another episode of What Do You Know?
Well, Rock, you taught me everything I know.
I taught you nothing that you know. I don't want to take credit for anything that you know, man.
Well, I still don't know nothing.
Except for the guitar, okay? And all the instruments you play. I can take credit for that, but that's it.
That's true.
You are your own unique beast. Anyways, we're here tonight. We're going to have a good time. We don't know what the hell we're doing tonight.
No, we don't.
At all. Oh, doorbell.
So at least we have a guest.
Come on. Come in. Oh, everybody give it up. This is my man from down the street in Rocco's neighborhood. This is Blakedy Blake.
And you feel claustrophobic.
No, I'm in the middle of it now.
Okay,
Are you good? Are you good, Blake?
Yeah, how is it?
Oh my God, thank you for being here.
What do I do with my hands?
One of my favorite movies of all time.
Don't worry, Ben, we're going to make it. I got little hands.
Give me this. We're here on YouTube, and we're also streaming right now on Spotify, and we're also on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, a bunch of other ones, and we're glad to have you here, Blake.
Thank you.
Tell me, Blake, you are in Rocco's neighborhood. This is how we met, but you are here because you have a job that is so unique and so cool and such a one of the hardest working jobs that's out there. You work in the oil fields, in the oil industry.
Yeah, no.
Okay, no.
Currently, I'm like not working, but
well, you used to.
Yeah, I used to work.
So you know a lot about it.
Yeah, you got to be able to say that because it's been so long since I worked, and it's only like 4 or 5 years, but it changes so fast that I want to be like, oh, I work in the oil field, and everybody be like, you know what I mean?
No. I get that. But you are an expert in this field.
You still know how it works.
I love fields. Any field will do, corn, wheat. I'm a fan of canola. Have you ever seen a canola field before?
Is it like yellow flowers?
See, he's seen a canola field.
Oh, I've never seen that.
That's a North Dakota thing. He must have been to the Midwest before because there's canola all over the place.
Oh.
I tell you what, where you're from is Palm Springs. Am I right?
Yeah. I'm originally from California.
Nice.
Palm Springs, California. It's great.
But you just went cross country like a year ago.
Yeah, no. So I was a long time ago. I backpack hitchhike. I ended up in North Dakota. Been out there for 12 years, something like that. Fucking got done with the oil field. Decided to bebop around the country. Ended up in LA, just hanging out at a coffee shop. This fucking little Boston crabby dude came walking in front of me and was just being like out boistering me. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And like he looked at me and said, and you could see it, and physically he actually said that. He's like, who the fuck is this guy? And after that, LA's been great ever since. I'm not even lying. It's been
Wait. Where does Krabby come along? Krabby?
Doing something with your fucking hands.
Oh, look at me. I go right to the personality.
Yeah, it was great. It was no, not a crabby personality at all. You know what I mean?
He was just acting like a crab.
Yeah, it was a mentality, crab movements. You're walking sideways for some reason. There was a lot of people around you.
I'm very animated.
I'm
animated.
But wait, why did he say that to you? Why did he say, who the fuck is this guy?
Well, because I was sitting there looking at him like, who the fuck is this guy?
So you had it with
it was like we were just sitting there recognizing it was like two vibes. Just vibe
dude,
check.
let me tell you about two vibes. He had the coolest sweatpants on and this like sequence like
sweatpants.
Huh?
I love sweatpants.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
Did you just ASMR?
Ross, by the way, shout out to Ross with all their sweatpants. they don't pay me. But I fucking love them.
Hey, some of our fans like ASMR.
Fuck TJ Maxx, if you with that shit, we see you on the streets, homie. I'm just kidding.
Hey, some of our fans like ASMR, so give them a sweatpants.
I don't know what that means.
ASMR is like audio,
ass to mouth ratio or something like that.
Oh yeah.
bing bong.
Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong.
That's right.
They tweak out on like a comb or something.
Yeah, people touching shit. I don't like that. That shit makes me upset. I don't want people getting all handsy.
I know, it is kind of perverse.
Yeah. Let me. And who's the person? It's got to be a solo thing. But you know, there's people out there recording. It's like, girl, let me fucking run your hands over some Velcro.
Yeah, girl, bring that
bring your feet over here and step on some plastic wrap.
Oh, speaking of plastic,
that's not even that bad though. Like that was like 1999 internet. You know what I mean? That was like old school internet. Now it's like plastic wrap with a dog in it. You're like, what the fuck's a dog for? Like it's dead. You know?
You know what I like.
Yeah, exactly. Ben's been on Ben's history before he dropped his phone out there. Plastic wrap dogs. I don't know what that was about.
Jurassic Jen is here, and whenever there's Jurassic Jen, there's a dinosaur around. So you understand there are dinosaurs roaming around Rocco's neighborhood right now. Maybe that's the way
But I
kind
heard something from him before about dinosaurs.
Yeah, is how you got the name Jurassic Jen? If somebody gave you a dinosaur fact, it's that quick to change around here.
No, she is. She knows everything there is to know.
Jurassic Park.
That's
Yeah,
it.
she's a fan.
I do. I love the movie.
You don't even like dinosaurs. You
Well,
fucking
now
hate
I like dinosaurs.
because of Jurassic
Because
Park.
of Jurassic
What a happy
Park.
accident.
Yeah, right.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I've never seen a movie and changed.
I changed what I like
Yeah.
from the movie.
You became Jurassic
I
Jen
became
at that point.
Jurassic Jen.
Yeah, she became
Was this
Jurassic
a recent
Jen.
thing? Did you see Jurassic Park like 2 years ago?
No, I
Okay,
saw it
'cause
when
that
I
would be
came out
weird.
in the movie theater.
Okay, so you're a child. This is
I was
great
a
memory.
child, and it changed my life.
That's beautiful.
It's a
Did you go
beautiful
with
story.
Was it like a experience when you went to the theater?
It is, and then I saw it like 7 more times in the theaters,
Yeah,
and
in the theater.
my dad was very upset
Yeah.
because he's like, I have to see it again, but he took me.
You just kept going.
He took me.
Yeah, it kept
Every
going.
single time.
How beautiful.
It's beautiful.
That's a core
it's a
memory
beautiful
right
story.
What? Do you have a story like that? That's something to change your
He
life?
said he said a movie didn't change his life.
Yeah.
Though. No
Well,
movie
yeah,
changed your life.
No,
though.
I don't think it was a movie or anything. Yeah, I don't think it was a movie or anything like that. But there's definitely moments, whiskey, alcohol.
Yeah.
That changed
That
your
was a
life.
great way to. It was like throwing shit at the fucking board. Just like, let's see when all of a sudden I wake up and I'm like, I guess I live in fucking Oregon now.
Yeah. No, shit.
identity.
So
Certain
when you said
things-
you went into the oil thing, is it like that show Landman?
So
Did you see that show?
So I haven't seen the show.
Great
I haven't,
show,
I
by the
never
way.
knew anything about
Billy
the oil
Bob Thornton,
industry
shout out to
until
you, my
I saw
boy.
that.
Right. It's kind of cool that it's like getting some reputation out there because it is. When I first got out there, it was a Boomtown. So me and my buddy were in Puget Sound, waiting to go to figure out where we're gonna go. We're gonna go to either Alaska or some shit like that. We just got done backpacking and hitchhiking. It was a crazy ass event, but now we need to go be adults because money dry up, all that. So we're sitting there just waiting on confirmation on this boat ride to go to Alaska, and then his dad and my dad kind of on two separate people got together and sent us both the same information, like, yo, there's fucking oil out in North Dakota. And I like look at him and I'm like, oh, this park bench dude, and I'm about to get on this stranger's fucking boat, and I was like, I hate water. I was like, and not that I hate water, I just hate cold water. So I was like, man, fuck this, dude. I was like, I really don't want to go to Alaska, dude. And we were like, all right. So then we just got like bebopped over to Montana, through Montana, and ended up, but when we got there, it was like tiny town, not really built for what it was. Boomtown too, so there's a lot of people. It was 2012 or something like that. So there's a lot of people that were just kind of venturing there for the jobs. And we showed up, dude, and we were like backpack. I was camping by dude, I met so many. It was just weird, small town. The first bar that there is KK Corner, spelled with all K's, man. I was like, that's not how you spell. But it was owned by these Indian folk, dude. It was like weird, you know what I'm saying? Like
Not what you expected.
not what you expected. They'd be like, get those people out of here. It's like, what are you talking about? They're like, we don't know. We just like being mean, you know? It was just the mentality, but it was, because I understand, though, there was a bunch of people that just invaded their fucking territory. So it was like, come in, we didn't have much. We were backpacking. I was backpacking and hitchhiking to job interviews.
Wow.
Yeah. And I saw like all this cool stuff going on. So I got into heavy equipment because mentally I was like, everybody's trying to get in the oil field. And I was like, well, dude, like, what are you going to do with that? So I like equipment. I got into that. And, but the way to get into things there is you just show up to the fucking place and you like, you just sit there.
And they're like, you're in.
Shit's just going on. And you're just sitting there and you're like, And it's like, Bill, what the fuck were you thinking? Jerry wasn't supposed to handle it. And you're just like, oh, and they're like, fucking Jerry's fired. And they look at you, he's like, who the fuck is this guy?
You take Jerry's job.
Resume.
You're like,
Jerry's job.
Yeah, they're like, get him in a fucking $150,000 piece of equipment. Don't drug test him. You know what I mean? Like, take an insurance policy out on him. And like what's going on here? The next thing you know, you're in it. You're like, you're just there.
Next
you know?
thing you
It's
know,
like,
it,
But
next
that's
thing you
just
know,
like,
you're covered in grease.
But you got a job.
that was the only place I think at the time you could just sit at a bar and fucking get a like $100,000 job.
Wow.
Because they're like, dude, we need somebody that's just gonna do something outrageously toxic and outrageously dangerous, and you're just like, hey, what? You know, and they're like, whoa.
Yeah, because watching the show, I'm like, is this real? There's like a lot of dangerous things
they're
going
setting off a
on. I
bomb.
had no idea.
I didn't know it till him and I started developing this reality show that we're pitching around
Oh,
town.
wow.
What was the show?
The show's called Gaslands, and we own the rights to it. We have a pitch deck, and we're
Oh,
trying
wow,
to pitch it
nice.
around town right now, is what we're doing. But it all started with him because of his experience and him knowing all the different roles, you know, that like are involved. I didn't even know half the thing of how
Yeah.
the guy with the most
giant
dangerous
production.
job is actually the lowest man on the totem pole.
A lot of times, yeah,
Well,
because
you would figure that, yeah.
Yeah.
just tell them to stand right there. Stand right there.
Yeah.
And if that changes, go get somebody that knows what they're doing. That's
Yeah.
what it is. You're just sitting there. I swear to God, I work with people that had like 3 to 4 brain cells left. And it's just like, yo, are you all right? And they were the best at their job. And they were like getting paid buku dollars because they could just fucking sit there. And all of a sudden it would be like, bam, 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 and flip a switch. And it was like, they're like, you know, pointing at that guy, dude. Fucking Mike, dude. Mike made it, bro.
Mike made it.
It was all because it was all on Mike's back, dude.
Shout out to Mike.
Shout out to Mike and
Shout out to Mike out
Dirty
there.
Mike and the boys.
7th level autism.
I wish we had a picture of Mike, and
Dude,
we don't
you
have
do.
a picture
You
of
do.
Mike.
Wait,
I
is that-
probably
is
do.
that you?
That's him.
Yeah, that's Mike right there, dude. That's Dirty Mike. That's Dirty Mike.
Look,
Dirty Mike
I've
and
never.
the boys.
I know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
since I've known you, you've never been this dirty.
Yeah,
but
no. That's the
That's
thing
usually
about
me.
wearing hats is you take it off, put a new one on.
But it was dangerous, is what you said.
It was fun. It was a great opportunity to experience something, push myself to a level that I had never been. A lot of times I got to see people hit their limit. And that is fucking a great thing. When you're sitting there and somebody's like, I can't fucking take this anymore. And they will do anything else but what they're supposed
Did you
to.
ever see anyone get hurt?
I mean, so the close calls and stuff like that, but nah. As
Nothing
far as
bad.
it goes, it's like, yeah, my homies look like a lot of fingertips and stuff like that, a lot of close. But as far as like big time stuff, it's car wrecks. It was North Dakota, wintertime. A lot of people. I personally got into 3 fucking car wrecks out there.
Wow.
I fucking T-boned a semi truck, pulled out in front of me in a blizzard, rolled my 4Runner. And then the other one, I don't actually know if I got into.
But this has nothing to do with the.
By the second one, so much brain damage.
But this has
Like,
nothing
I
to do with the
think-
oil field. This is just living out there in
Yeah,
general.
it's just like, well, so it's like oil field adjacent. You know what I mean? If you're not kind of going to your job, you're kind of like coming to it or from it and stuff like that. But yeah, nobody's driving in a fucking blizzard because they have to go to Taco Bell.
They're going to work.
And explain to Jen and Ben like how it is. So you work for how many days at a time, and then you're off.
So also too, this is the start of it. Like in the oil field, when I got in 2012, it was like bodies were necessary. So they would be like, "How much can you fucking take?" And you'd be like, "Nobody's ever asked me that to begin with in anything." And it's just like, "Can you stay up for like fucking an extra 10 or 12 hours?" And you're like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah, we know you just done 24, but it's like all you got to do is get there and then work your fucking balls off for another 12 and." You know,
Wow.
just wait till you see your check. And you're like, there's no possible way. And all of a sudden, like, you just hear that on Wednesday, you hear that balance hit, and you're like, bam. You're like, I do that 10 more times. So, sign me the fuck up.
But did you feel you felt it though, right?
Oh, emotionally,
Like, everything.
spiritually, physically. Everything is you manifest into. So when you see someone at that job and you're like, man, that guy's a fucking asshole, dude. That is sometimes like without correcting and being in check with yourself and both sides, that is the manifestation of that industry and of that job. Wow. So I'd look at that guy and I'm like, fuck. And then I'd sit in there and I'd just be eating, grinding and fucking, and I'm like, oh, this is how you lose time and track and family. But it also can give you a lot too, because for 20 days you're at work, but 10 days you're fucking fully off to explore and experience.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so there was a lot of product, and a lot of times too, 9 to 5, you work at a 9 to 5, you sit at home, you wake up, you see these, you
It's
fucking
routine.
and then you hate your fucking everybody around you. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
you're stepping on each other's dicks, dude. Like all of a sudden you get to go away for 10 days, 20 days, you know, and come back, and the kids are like, "Yo, let's fucking."
And you miss them.
But then they're grown and people develop differently, you know.
Yeah.
And if you don't check yourself,
So a lot of people, it's hard to stay on the straight and narrow in that kind of job.
it's an emotional task for anybody that is going to put themselves in a deprivated state like that. Just for things.
Is it the hours or the work or
Hours,
the
diet, work,
coldness,
expectations,
the weather,
loneliness? Dude, I'll be in a truck with you guys, right? This is fucking cool, right? Everybody, yeah. Do this shit for 300 days. 300 days of just sitting there driving around and being like, well, fucking this is Rocco show. Doing that shit for 300 days, just sitting there fucking taking it. I fucking care about your kids.
I don't want to hear
my
it
God.
anymore.
But it's not their fault. And it's not yours.
Yeah.
Listen.
Just think.
I think you should.
It's a social thing.
Welcome to Rocco's Confessional. Welcome to Rocco's Confessional. May I lay my hands upon you? And I want to tell you, you had a very, very hard-working job. And we didn't want marijuana in the church, but it's okay
Looks like
because
the
it's the
incense.
devil's lettuce. Oh, it's a
Incense.
cigar. I love the smell of cigars. You smoke it whenever you want. But I'm sorry I got sidetracked. There's a new pope, and there's a new Rocco. You're healed. You're healed. You're healed, my friend. You work so hard and you have such a good disposition on life. You're happy. You're fun. You're loving. You're caring. You're thoughtful. Go.
I just laugh.
Thank you,
I
Rock.
laugh at this and when you
Do you
do
feel
the
better
devil.
now? She loves when the devil shows up.
Complimented.
Do you want the devil to show up? The devil is here. The devil is here.
I always feel like he's gonna pop a brain.
I almost am.
God, he's better than shit.
Holy shit. That's what I used to do. That's for, like,
And I
to
would
be
cry
funny in high school.
laughing.
I used to
I
do
would
the
cry.
ET. Oh.
The first time he ever did that, I almost it was one of my first times on the show, and I almost cried laughing, but also was scared for his brain.
And you were like,
I
wow,
was
this
like-
kid's really gone.
You made my blood pressure.
Wow, guys.
I might have a headache.
I might have to sleep that one off. I'm sorry to you guys. I'm sorry that I just emotionally, like, you lost time in your life you'll never get back, Jurassic. And you too, Blakedy Blake.
Jurassic period.
That's the Jurassic period.
Oh my God. Okay, Rocco's Confessional is a little rough sometimes, but you had a rough job.
It wasn't really a confessional though. I didn't. There was
didn't
no
confess to
confession.
anything.
Basically, you just complimented me.
I felt the power of the Lord come through me, and
He
I had to
just
make
blessed
sure you
you.
were, because right at that point you were telling us about how hard the job is and how it can take a toll on your life, your family. You're lonely. As soon as you said lonely, God just intervened in my brain
Right, yeah.
before the devil came.
Right.
But now you're good. You're back to normal now.
Come on, Ben. You can smoke all you want, dude. You guys can't see this, but Ben got thick thighs. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding, dude. They're fucking skinny. That's meth. I'm just kidding.
Sorry, Ben.
All right. Well, listen.
Here.
I just want to thank you for being here. For the first thing I want to do is thank you for. Did you learn a little about
I did, and I have whole respect for your job or
your old job? Yeah.
But that's why I like when shows do that, because you learn about the stuff. That's why I got into it. I was like,
That's
I
why
don't
we
even
gotta
know
sell.
how oil comes. I just use it,
No, for real.
right? And
Me
then you
too.
don't understand it
I went out
until
there
you
thinking-
see it, and then you're like, oh, there's a whole world out there of these people doing this stuff.
But that's-
that I would never do because
That
it's so hard.
translates everywhere.
Yeah,
too, right?
exactly, and that's why I appreciated Landman, and now to have you on
Yeah.
was awesome to hear the real
So
backstory
you're telling
of it.
everyone they should go to see Landman. For
Oh,
sure.
it's so good. I didn't even want to see it at first. I didn't know what it was
Watch
about.
TV
and
to
it's
learn
really
about
good.
culture is what she's saying.
I mean, I'm sure, but that's why I asked if you saw deaths and stuff, because of course the TV is going to show you a ton of deaths and like all that stuff.
Billy Bob Thornton, though, is a pretty good representation of, and not even him in that show, but if you took the body of work that he is, that exactly
That's
is what
him.
an oil field worker is.
Yeah.
Like, that's that's Mike. That, you know what I mean? That's
Mike.
our guy
There
right
we
there
go.
that's just
Shout out to
grunting
Mike.
his way
Shout
through
out to Mike.
everything.
That's not Mike, but this could be Mike. Who knows?
Is that Mike?
2 quick questions.
that's
Or
me.
one question for
That's
2
me,
people.
and that's my boy Jeremy right there. Shout out to fucking Big J-Bo.
Yeah,
J-Bo.
That guy's he's one of the baddest dudes ever. But this is a story, right? You can come out there and you work and grind and you fucking connect and you show that you can, and you could go from basically that to that. You know what I mean? This is me. And then that's me after I got a job. This is basically what it is.
No, this is you after you got your job.
Oh, no, that's me. See, but basically, what you do is you go down there and grind, and if you can fucking maintain and have a love for the fucking, the cool thing wasn't like the shit, but it was like I said, getting pushed to the point where you're like, wow, it's cold, everything's all going on, but you're still there and you're still doing it. You're like, okay, dude. 'Cause
How
this is
long
cool.
did you do it?
I did it I was in and out of it for 12 years. I would show up for like 6-7 months, dude, fucking work until the hands bleed, and then just dip out for a few months. You know, pretty regularly that was my schedule.
But you made a good.
It was
amount of money,
it was
so,
great. It was
yeah.
great. And then they took care of you. So if you showed up every day, and that's how I learned a big part of life is like if you take care of the people that are supposed to be taking care of you, and you make it to where they don't have to fucking stress about that shit, then it works.
Then
dude.
they
People,
take care of you more,
people will make sure that they go all in, and then all you have to do is have a few people go all in on you, and that's it, dude.
Yeah.
You change the world, you know, like
Change the world.
change the world. And whether it's a big or small job, that was another thing too. It's like you sit there and think about it. All you do is use the oil, right? There's fucking these dudes out here right now, and it's like you know, Jeff just had a baby. I don't know who the fuck Jeff is, but Jeff just had a baby. But he's out there, you know what I mean?
And
Totally.
he's still doing
Three,
it.
you know
yeah.
what I mean? This guy just bought another giant fucking truck, and he just wants to drive around and use it. 2 different guys in one situation. Jeremy, you sexy bitch, you dude. I'm fucking. But yeah, it's all like it's a young man's dream. You get to fucking swing hammers, play with heavy equipment, and you feel like you're a part of something. American oil, American soil type shit. You know, like
And you get paid good money for
you get
doing
paid
it.
good money, dude. And then if you're good with that, you can do a lot of good with it. If you're just like me, you're just gonna fucking, you know.
That's why you had to come back a few times.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I thought I'm fucking
He's
done
like, I
with
got
you.
it off, I'm
I hate
outta
you
here.
Bitches, so a couple of fat chicks. You ain't never gonna see me again. I'm leaving. 5 months later, it's like,
Hello.
yo, you still got that job for me, right? And you know what? They always say yes. They always say
They
yes.
always took you
'Cause
back.
they fucking know, dude. They're like fucking Californians out there doing it again. You know, like that's just. You know, that's the name of the game. People dip in and out. But then sometimes like the maturity level. So I seen it was hooker infested. It was fucking low brow, low brim. And then by the end of it, there's like yoga and like, there's like the farmers markets. I got to watch this little town develop. There's like
That's
a little,
awesome.
Yeah. It was a beautiful once in a lifetime experience. It was a great thing. And I got to understand, I put into a position, I'm from California, dude. I was born just like everything is free and borders don't exist. And, you know, all that kind of gay shit. And what happened was I got surrounded by these people, and I was just like taking it upon myself to learn and listen, live in New Orleans, love New Orleans, you know, live in Florida, fucking go catch a shark, like, with your dick. All that shit. Yeah, it
Wait,
happened.
you caught a shark with your dick?
Bro, it wasn't my dick, but whatever.
Whoa, wait a minute. You used another guy's dick to
No,
catch a
it's
shark?
a fish, man. A fish is called a dick.
Oh, okay. See, I should have known. I thought you guys were called roughnecks.
Ben knows.
You guys were called
Big
roughnecks.
fish, bro. You don't know. Ben knows. He gets it.
I'm scared of
Ben
alligators
gets it. Well,
in
Ben's from
Florida.
Connecticut.
That's the thing. That's the problem.
Ben's by a lot of fisheries where he's from, right?
Yeah,
I made
like
that
the
up.
fields.
Ben is a fish magnet.
I'm a monger. More of a monger.
You're a fishmonger? Well,
Mongolian.
Ben, did you grow up eating seafood? Are you a seafood
did,
lover?
yeah, dude.
Everybody monger.
Yeah, clams.
Clams,
I
fried
love
clams,
seafood,
or you mean?
Fried clams are banging, dude. I haven't had
What about
those
like
forever.
oysters? You like
I like some
oysters?
oysters.
God.
How'd you get back to
If you got a
Cali?
pride, I'll try it. If you're gonna
Get a
use that
pie?
at a seafood, if you got a pride, I'll try it. That's
Off
my
topic
seafood.
right now. Off topic. Like, what's everybody like? What? What makes something a guilty pleasure? What do you guys think makes something a guilty pleasure?
Dogs and bubble wrap.
What the fuck?
Is that a guilty pleasure for you?
I don't
Taking
even
a
think
turn.
I'm not
think?
even guilty.
No, I want to know
The dog's
everyone's.
out of the rap
Like,
on
I'll
this
ask
one.
you first. Like, what's your guilty pleasure, Blake?
Oh, I like everything.
Like, your guilty pleasure, meaning like me, it might be like binging battle bots on TV or something.
Oh, yeah,
and to me, that's a guilty pleasure.
That's pretty
or
guilty, dude.
or
That's pretty
me,
guilty.
you know, going to get hamburgers at McDonald's with like no pickles. Like, I just literally want.
pickles.
Once in a while, I just fiend a
I
hamburger
feel
from
like the
McDonald's.
pickles would make it more guilty.
I love pickles.
You put the guilty on
Well, I
it,
don't know
then
what
it's guilty.
the pickles, like, I get heartburn from it. So that's probably, heartburn.
I was never a
Which-
fan of pickles my whole life.
So none of you guys have a guilty pleasure, is what you're saying.
I don't know.
Like Harry Potter, maybe, but that's kind of cool
If
to
you're-
everybody.
If you're embarrassed of liking Harry Potter,
Some people are.
Shut up.
They're
No,
like,
I
because I
love
ask
Harry
them during the
Potter.
day, I'm like, what do you totally nerd out, geek out about? People say Harry
Well,
Potter.
obviously, you know what I would nerd out about.
Yeah. Jurassic Park, Jurassic World franchise. And your lover that you love.
My
Who I'm going to
lover.
call him. I'm going to call Jeff Goldblum one day
Jeff,
Oh yeah.
from the show.
I was like, who's?
You're like, who's my lover? No, she loves Jeff Goldblum. And
We have to get him on the
Blake does a
show.
really good impression of Jake Goldblum.
and she's talked to some of the producers
Jake-
on the
Jake
show, believe it or not.
Blake.
Not Jeff
is
Goldblum.
cousin.
Not
Jake
Jake.
Goldblum.
Wait,
Here it
Jake
is.
is like cousin?
Wait, Jake Goldblum.
Here's my Jake Goldblum impression.
Give me your Jake.
Here it is. Oi.
That's just like Jake. Just like Jake.
Just like Jake.
Special
Just
cousin.
like Jake.
Jeff.
Goldblum.
All right, I got another one for you here. Name the movie. If this is oil related, okay? Oil related.
Armageddon.
Steve Buscemi.
Jesus Christ. Jen!
There's like two oil
That's
movies.
the only oil movie I know, so I didn't even have
only
to
one.
hear it.
Producer, is it Armageddon? She didn't even listen to it. Did she cheat? Did you cheat?
She killed
No,
it.
I just know.
Was that correct?
That's the only oil
Produce-
movie I know.
Producer, was that correct?
That's the number one oil movie of all time. That's why I got into the oil field. I was like, man, they might
He's
put me
supposed to
on
be
screen.
Bruce Willis.
That's it.
Good job.
I was going
Okay.
to Steve Buscemi. I was
So
like,
what about this one?
First time I got my period, Rock had to take me a tight tank for Tampax, and then he had to show me how to use them, Harry.
Oh, I told her how to use it. I didn't show her, Harry.
Oh, that's Harry, because that's it's all Armageddon.
Ben Affleck.
And that was Liv Tyler.
First time I got my period, Rock had to take me a tight tank for Tampax, and then he had to show me how to use them, Harry.
Because she grew up on the oil thing.
Oh, I told her how to
that's
use it. I didn't
Steve
show her,
I think that's
Harry.
appropriate, Steve.
It's
No,
Dave.
you're fucking
job.
Dave Buscemi.
All right. Well, that was good. Those were the good ones. You're really, really good. You're really, really good. Now, guys, Blake, I want to thank you for being here, buddy.
Thank you.
Before you leave, tell me if you were a dictator of a new country for a day, what would be your first law?
Dude, probably logistically,
Yeah, let's just, you know what? I want you to,
I would bring back mandatory bells. I'd bring bells back.
bells. Like, what kind of bells? Chimes?
Different types of chimes, various types of bells.
There's a bell behind you, too. Grab that bell behind you. And there's two bells behind you. There's like a bell and a ding ding bell.
Wow.
And then there's our doorbell. Can someone outside ring the doorbell? Thank you, guys.
Wow.
I
So,
could
like,
bring
you
it
could
back.
call people with bells?
No. They would
Like a
just
butler?
randomly, there would be a person traveling around and he'd fucking,
Just bells.
he'd bell you. You know what I mean?
He'd
If
bell
you're-
you?
If
Yeah.
you're low vibe, dude, and if you're way low vibe, they would encompass you with a bell.
Yeah, dude, like a new age crier.
Yeah, straight up. Dude, you'd have people fucking
But if you were in good energy, you don't get bells.
No, you'd be the beller.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean the
The
beller?
other one who goes around with the bell.
Yeah.
You have to wake people up if they have low
That's what I
energy.
would do. That would be my system change right there.
Listen.
And only homeless people. Only homeless people. You have to be homeless to be a beller. So you'd have
Oh,
this
so then it
crazy
wouldn't-
homeless guy chasing you down with a bell at like 2 a.m. because you fucking depressed listening to Creed and shit like
It would
that.
probably make them happy.
Depressed, listen to wait.
It'd be a
Creed makes
great
you
job.
depressed. Is
I
it?
think, yeah, anything in that tone.
Oh, we have to hear a Creed song.
Thanks for tuning in to Hollywood Late Night, everybody. Thank you, Blake, for being here. Love you, Ben. Love you, Jen. And love you, our producer. She's a beautiful person. We love her to death. And thank you all on YouTube land, on Apple Podcast land, everywhere else you get your podcasts. Thanks for being here. The oil field, what do you know? We know a lot more tonight, I can tell you that.
Goodbye, everybody. Now it's time to say goodbye. We hope you have a real good time. I'll see you in hell. Why don't you ring the bell? We'll see you next time. See you around.
Bring back Bell's Beach.
Hey!